welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well today. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is NatalieJade. I post videos over here at least 3 times a week, but we are currently doing Vlogmas, so we're going to be uploading back-to-back videos from the 1st of December to the 24th of December. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing quite a Christmassy, Elsa-inspired eye look. I really want to do something blue, something bright, and just something that made me feel quite Christmassy, and something that was just quite snowy looking. So that's what we're going to be going for today. But I just want to get straight on with today's video, so do not forget to smash that thumbs up button, leave me a lovely little comment in the comment section down below, and subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. And let's get started with today's video. As you can probably already tell, I've done the base of my face, I've done my foundation, concealer, blush, highlight, contour, and then I did my eyebrows as well, just with some eyebrow gel from Luxe Gel. And then for my eyelids, I've just primed them using the P. Louise base in the shade 0. It is incredible, it's the white one. So we're going to be using a combination of 3 different palettes today. We're going to be using the Lorac Pro Artistry Book, which is this one here. We're also going to be using the Revolution Integrity Wild Animal palette. And then the third one we're going to be using is the Morphe James Charles palette. So I was going to do this just using one palette, but I wanted to get the best outcome and the best result from this eye look. So I decided to use these 3 different ones because I have great elements from each palette that we can kind of incorporate into that eye look. I'll be using Real Techniques brushes mostly for this look. First one that I'm going in with though is the Essential Crease brush, which is the 310. This is one of my most used brushes in makeup all time. So I'm tapping into that Pool Party shade there. Really lovely blue, and I'm just going to start to just brush this through my crease there. When I was practicing this look, I went in with the darker colours first, and trust me, that was not a good idea. So we're going to start lighter and then build up to the darker colours. It just didn't want to blend, and then it ended up just looking like a really big swampy mucky mess on my eye. So I've decided going in with the lighter shades first works a lot better. So I'm just getting a wash of colour on each eye with this. Gonna add a little bit more to this eye because I feel like the other eye's a little bit more intense. So I'm just getting a nice little blend there with that. I'll probably blend it out a little bit further up my eye a little bit later on in the video. Next I'm going to go in with is this shade here from the Animal Integrity palette. This is actually a shimmer, but it does really well as just adding a little bit of more lighter colour because I like the blue, but I do want to kind of blend it out and with a bit of a lighter shade of blue as well. So I'm just going to blend a little bit of this over the top. But this one you can't even tell that it's a shimmer if you blend it over the top of a matte and just use a small amount of the product. You can't tell it's a shimmer, but it just brightens that blue look and just makes it a little bit brighter, and it'll just help to contrast when we get the darker blue in there. So just gonna play with that a little bit and bring that up a bit, but it just brightens that and makes it pop a little bit more. The next colour I'm going to go in with is from, again, the Wild Animal Integrity palette, and I want to use this blue here. It's a gorgeous royal blue. It's a really dark and a really deep shade. It's really pretty. And I've swapped brushes. We are now using the 304 brush from Real Techniques. It's just a little bit smaller and the end's just a little bit narrower for us to use. So I'm just tapping into that shade. Very pigmented is this shade as well. So if you do have this palette, you do not need a lot of product. So I'm just getting that placed right in my crease. See how it goes? But that is just the most beautiful blue. It's so pretty. So again, I'm just doing the same thing on my other lid and just building up that blue in my crease. Just a perfect shape brush for this as well, because it's a bit slanted on the end. So if you can see there, it is a bit slanted on the end. This end is longer than that end, so you can just get right into your crease with the colour without having to worry about it just ending up everywhere, which is normally what would happen. So that is absolutely beautiful, is that colour. It's so pretty. And if you can see the effect, you can see it's a lot darker on my creases and then lightening up a little bit. When we blend it out, it will look even better, hopefully. So again, I'm just going to keep building that up on my other lid as well, just to make sure that they match and that you can see that dark blue. Really pretty. I'm going to start to try blend them just a bit above my crease as well, because we are going to be in a cut crease, so we're just going to be going and getting rid of everything that is on my lid. So I do want it to go a little bit above that so we can still see it after we've done the cut crease, and when my eyes are open as well. We want to make sure you can see the full effect of the look. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to blend out my eyes a little bit using a white. I'm probably just going to use the white from the James Charles palette because it's really, really pretty, and this is what it looks like. It is literally just a brilliant white, like it is a bright matte white, and I think it would work really, really well to use that as a blending colour. It'll also help kind of disperse where the blue end's there and just make it a little bit more natural. I say natural, we've got blue eyes, but you know what I mean. So the brush that I'm taking for this is the Revolution Pro 150 brush, and this is just a nice little buffing brush. So I'm just going to tap into that white shade like we said, and I'm going to start to buff around the edges here just to help blend that out a bit better. What I want to do next is I want to grab the dark blue from the Wild Animal Integrity palette, and I want to start to wing my eyes out a little bit more, just give them a little bit more shape. Now we know what colours we're having and where they're going. So I'm just going to start, just get a little line there, and then I'm going to use that line and join it up to the eyeshadow we had there and attempt to start to wing it out. I'm not very good at winging my eyeshadow, if I'm completely honest, so I'm just going to see how it goes. I might need to just neaten it up at the end, but that is absolutely fine. I just went off camera for 5 minutes just to neaten up those edges and just blend it out like I said, but I also winged my eyeshadow out a little bit more because I felt like it was just a little bit squished in, and I just want it to be a little bit more winged out. So that's what we've done. You are now all caught up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little bit of that lighter blue here and just kind of apply the lighter blue around my lid there, just to make sure we haven't lost that light blue before we go in with the cut crease. I'm using the brush that we used before, which is the 310 brush, and I've just tapped into that Pearl Patty shade, which is the original shade we went in with, and I'm very, very lightly blending this around the darker colour. Very lightly, because I don't want to go over the top with it. I don't want it to be too much. I don't want them to all mix together and look all muddy, but I want to have that light colour in there still, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, so you can see that lighter colour a little bit more now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my cut crease. We're going to use the same one that I used earlier on, which is my P. Louise in the shade White. And I'm going to be using my favourite cut crease brush ever, which is the Soul Beauty one. And I'm then going to apply a little bit onto the back of my hand, and then I think I'm just going to apply it straight onto my eyes from there. So just get a little bit. I'm actually starting to run out of this one as well. I just ran out of the one in the shade 2, and now my zero's running out, but it is just such a bright white. You can see all my swatches, but it's such a bright white on there. It's so good. So I'm going to use this brush, which I said is literally my favourite brush ever for cut crease. It's just so sturdy but so soft on your eyes, but it just stays in shape, and it's perfect. So I'm going to start on my inner corner there, and then I'm going to start to build out. It's genuinely just beautiful. The pigmentation in this is so ridiculous. It just works so well with this brush. So I'm just going to start to bring it a little bit higher, but I don't want it to be too high. So that's how it's looking. It's a tiny bit messy, which I'm a bit frustrated about, but it'll be what it'll be. And then same on my other eye. As long as I can try to get them as equal as possible, then the mess can look like it's supposed to be there. Oh, yep, I made a mess there as well. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, this one's definitely a lot neater than the other one was, but it'll be absolutely fine. We'll just work with it. I'm just going to get a little bit more just to cover up where it's ended up a little bit blue there because it's mixed in. That's how my cut crease is currently looking. Again, like I said, a little bit messy, but it's fine. It's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this all dry, and then I'm going to be back to add some more colour in and a little bit of shimmer. For some reason, my camera decided to stop recording, and I literally just checked and realised it wasn't recording. So what I've done is I neatened up the area there where the cut crease was a little bit messy, and then we've added that dark blue colour, just using the angled brush, just into the very outer corners of my eyes. And that's all you guys have missed, but my camera literally just stopped recording halfway through a clip. I don't know why, but it did. So that's all you guys have missed. The next thing we're going to do is shimmers, and I'm moving on to the James Charles palette for this. So as you can see, there are some absolutely beautiful shimmers in this palette. The one that I'm most excited to use is this one here. It's a really, really pretty blue, kind of blue-white duochrome shimmer. I'm going to use this one. I also want to go in with this one here. I'm not sure if I want to use this just for my inner corner. I might use some on my actual lid as well. And then I'm going to use a little bit of this blue here mixed with the blue shimmer to kind of do the centre of my lid. But we're going to start off with the blue shimmer first. And that's just a little swatch of what it looks like. It is beautiful. I am going to use my finger to apply this. So I'm just taking some there. And just applying that across my lid. So that is what it's looking like. And I'm not going to lie, I'm very frustrated because when I practiced this look, it went so much better than this. And this one just seems to have not wanted to work anywhere near as well. So it's a bit frustrating, but you just kind of got to get on with it. So that's what that one looks like now. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go in with that bright shimmer there. And I'm just going to apply that into the inner corners of my eye. And then towards the inner corner of my actual lid as well. It's such a pretty glow, is that one. I'm just applying that there on the inner corners. Ooh, so pretty. I really, really like that. So for my inner corners of my actual lid, I'm going to use this shimmer from the Integrity palette. It's actually like a duochrome white pink, but it doesn't look pink on your lid. It just looks beautiful. So I'm just going to apply this on the very inner corner there. And just start to blend it up. It's a really beautiful shade, and I think it just brightens the whole look and kind of makes the look pop a little bit more. So I'm going to apply some there too. Right in a corner. This is now how my eyes are looking. Now I've done a little bit more blending with them, and I'm really happy with the ombre of the glitter. It's really got there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the smallest bit of black from this James Charles palette, and I mean the smallest bit. I'm using a small pointed morph brush. Literally just taps into that tiniest little bit, tapping all the excess off, and then I'm going to be applying a very little amount in the very outer corners of my eyes. This just helps to deepen that up even more and make a bigger contrast where the ombre is going to be. So if you see what I mean, it's literally just darkened it up a little bit. It's not massive detail, it's not a big thing, it just kind of adds a bit of something else extra. So I'm just going to do something on this one. Make sure it's nicely blended, and then it isn't just going to be a weird like black spot on the outside of my eye. I'm going to try to wing it a little bit as well, that darker patch. Okay, I like that. Like, I'm a little bit frustrated because I did so much better on this look when I practiced it. I'm going to just blend over this little bit a bit more just to make sure that those colours there are blended nicely together and they're not just kind of sat on top of each other. But I do really like the effect of just adding a little touch of black to the outside. The last step is now going to be to do my mascara. I'm using my new REM mascara from Ariana's makeup line, and I think mascara just finishes an eye look off. It really does. Now I've done my mascara, this is what it's looking like, and I'm just going to tap in to that dark blue, the royal one again, and I'm just going to brush this along the first half, well the outer half of my lower lash line on both sides. I want it to meet up with the eyeshadow that we winged out. And then I'm going to go in with a clean brush, well, cleaner brush, and I'm going to grab this one here, which is the Pro 150, and I'm tapping into that kind of turquoisey shade there, and I'm just doing that on my lower lash line in the like centre to kind of the inner corner, and I think it just adds a little bit more to the look and just makes it look a little bit more, not necessarily professional, but just a little bit more complete. this is now the final look, and I really hope you guys like this. Again, like I said, it's not really what I'd planned, but it's still quite pretty and I do like it. It still gives me Christmassy, snowy, kind of Elsa vibes. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone for watching this video. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button for me, leave me a lovely little comment in the comment section down below, and make sure to subscribe to my channel for more content just like this, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!